Welcome back to That Dad Guy. So on today's post-crossing video, I want to talk about the website and what some of the information you can find on there when you're looking to try to send a card out. And today I have 2 cards to send out for registered, and I have 2 direct swaps, so we'll touch a little bit on those cards. I also want to thank those of you that have sent me submissions for your mailboxes and your post offices from your countries. We're up to 14 countries now. I still would like at least 6 more to make it an even 20 to go out before I put the whole video together. So if you want to help contribute to that, please go to Rob Lennox on Instagram. I'll put the link down below, and send me a direct message. That way you can send me the pictures of your post offices and your mailboxes and tell me what country you represent. Also, if you happen to be a part of one of the countries that I've already done, I will add it. I'll build up the portfolio of different types of mailboxes you can see in that country, because I've already had a few submissions from the same country, and I don't mind. It'll just make the video much more interesting. So thank you to all of you that have contributed, and I look forward to those that you want to contact me. Thank you also to those of you that have been subscribed and have put on the notification bell so you can see these videos right away and sent me comments and liked them. It all makes for the growth of this channel, and I do appreciate that. If you're new to this channel and you do like it, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. Send me a message and say hello. All right, so let's get to today's video. I was lucky enough to have 2 addresses to be able to send out. So I have one that is going to Slovakia, and it's a female there who lives in a small town. She has 3 adult children and her husband. She likes to read books, animals, she collects stamps. She wants to know about my country through my postcard, and also write in my language, which is good. She doesn't say that one of her languages is English, unfortunately, and I don't speak Slovak, Czech, Russian, Polish, or Ukrainian, so I hope she'll be able to understand what I wrote. If not, hopefully she'll like the postcard. She says she likes to look at our city, famous people, postcards that are old, UNESCO, heritage site postcards, trains, blue cats, and so yeah. It says, write to me in your language, write in Russian, Ukrainian, Polish, or German. Unfortunately, like I said, it will be in English. But I'm going to send you this postcard. This is the CN Railway, the Canadian National Railway. These are 2 cabooses. Caboose, if you don't know trains, are what usually goes at the very end of a train. And these are at the Tatamagouche train station in Nova Scotia. So on my earlier videos, you'll see that my family, we all went to Nova Scotia, which is the province just south of us, for our little summer holiday. And Tatamagouche is actually very near to where I went to camp as a child and where my kids have gone to camp in Malagash. So this train station also has a special place because it's very near. So I hope that she will like that. And on the back, we have the stamp, we have the airmail sticker, we have the ID that I've highlighted. It is on today's date, October 24th. And I even put in a couple stickers that are stamp-like because she says she collects stamps. So hopefully she will like that. The second one I had was for Boris in Germany. He's 50. He lives near Stuttgart. And he wants me to write where I live and what I do and kind of my daily activities. Any postcard is welcome. Colorful, black and white, doesn't matter. He likes music from classical to heavy metal. New movies, old movies, traveling. So he's really left it wide open. Pick whatever you want, he'll like it. One thing he did say was that he does like cities at night, so that is an image you could look for. He also said, please register, receive postcards as soon as possible, and log out from Postcrossing if you don't want to be a part of it anymore. It's not funny to receive addresses that has not been active on Postcrossing for a long time. We invest time and money, and sometimes it's just a waste of both. This only refers to the people who just don't feel like it anymore. So it was a powerful message to have at the end, but it also got me thinking that there are people out there that register but don't do it anymore, and those addresses still get sent out. So I wonder how often we get an address like that we will take the time to get a card out for and mail it. And by the time it gets to them, they just say, oh, nice card, and put it in a drawer, and they don't register the address. So how many of you out there have gotten cards sent out and they expire and no one has bothered to go and do anything with? What do? Do you contact the person through that? Do you contact postcrossing.com and say, listen, I've got this expired address. can I have it removed and give me a new one? Because it takes up a block. So in my case, I've got 10 that I can send out. Right now I show I have 2 that have expired, so I'm only having 8 active ones all the time. Those 2 slots are never being refilled until they get registered. So at some point, do I contact postcrossing.com and get them just to send me a new one? How does it work? You let me know in the comments below what your experience is on that. So Boris, this is what I've chosen for him. It is the 24th of October today, and on the 31st it's Halloween. So I thought this might give me a good chance. He wants a postcard at night. This is a church at night. It's a bit of a Haunted Canada postcard that they put out. It's called the Phantom Bell Ringers. On the back, you'll see that the stamp, which isn't a real stamp, but it's one that Canada Post has put right on the card, postage paid, matches the front. I've got the ID twice and highlighted twice because up here I added one too many numbers and had to scratch it out, so I didn't want there to be any confusion, so I did it a second time out so he could read it and then put his address and the airmail sticker on there. So hopefully Boris will like that. So the registered mail now is done, and now I have my direct swaps. So the first direct swap is this one here, and this goes to a person who is a subscriber of mine on YouTube here. She liked my videos and contacted me through Instagram. I've liked her pictures as well, and we've gone back and forth, and she asked if you want to do a direct swap. So I said, sure, why not? So these are some humpback whales. You'll see whales all through the coast in New Brunswick, and this is representative of some of the whales you may see here. Hopefully she'll like that. On the back, there is no ID because it's just a direct swap, and you just get the stamp in the airmail. So I just put the date, and we'll send that out to her, and hopefully she'll like it. I won't give any more information because the person may be watching this video before the card arrives. So the second one is also going out to a woman that we want to do a direct swap with. And so I thought this moose, you'll find moose all through the woods here in New Brunswick and on the highway sometimes. You have to be careful of that. But it may be something that she hasn't seen before, or not, at least not for a while, and maybe not in real life. But here in my province of New Brunswick, they are around. So I'll flip it around. You get the stamp, you get the airmail, you get the date. There's a sticker in there, and so hopefully they will like that. And if either of them are watching, they may not know which one is going to them. They know that there's a direct swap coming, and so one of those might be for them, or it might not. We'll wait and see until you get it. All right, so let's also now look at the website. So we're going to turn this around, and we'll see what we can do from there. You guys, if you're on postcrossing.com, are familiar with this website. This is the first screen you're going to see. So this is my screen. You'll see that I have 61 here sent, and below that 65 received. And I've got 10 traveling now, thanks to the 2 that I'm sending out. And you have the list of all the ones that I'm sending to. I want to click on that real quick. So here's the 2 that were just done. So they show 0 days sent. And I've got the 2 expired ones that I talked to down here. One going to the Cook Islands, it's been 102 days. And one going to China that's been 75 days. Now, there's 35 and 30 and 29. Those are relatively normal. They're going to Hong Kong, Belarus, and Austria. So we'll see how long they take to get there and get registered. But hopefully they'll get registered soon. As for the 2 expiry ones, I've actually written to the person here who's in the Cook Islands, and they said just be patient. It takes a long time for mail to get there. So I'm just wondering what you guys do. Do you wait? And if so, how long? Or do you contact Postcrossing and see if there's anything you can do about those 2, either to get them registered for us and clear up the slots, or do they send you a new slots? Because right now it means I've only got 8 that are active all the time. These 2 haven't been active for a long time. So I'm curious to know what you do about that. So that's my list. Now I want to go back. You go to the home page. I'm going to go to my page by clicking up on my icon. You'll see here it shows once again that I've got 61 sent and 65 received. It shows that I've seen this 40 minutes ago. So that was the last time I logged on. So when you get a new address, do you click on, or maybe I should say, should you click on the person's name? Because when you do that, it shows you the last time they were active, whether it was today, 10 days ago, or haven't been active for some time. Is that the first thing you guys do? I know you go look at their profile and you see what interests them, so you can send out a card that will fill that bill. And in mine, I show that I like post-crossing specific cards and stamps: the Beatles, U2, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Doctor Who, beautiful stamps, flags of the world. I also mention up here that I have a pet hedgehog, so someone might send me a hedgehog postcard. That'd be cool too. So you put all that in there. But also you can go and click over on these things where it shows your birthday and things. Right above it, about, sent, received, wall, map, and stats. You can click on those. It shows you the countries you've sent postcards to, the countries you received them from, and your wall. So here are all the postcards that I've received so far. And you can break that down by look at which ones were my favorites. So when you're picking out a postcard for somebody else, you can go in and look at their favorites, so you could send them something similar. What the most popular postcards were that you sent. So that it helps when you're sending out a postcard to say, okay, well, these are the ones that people have liked in the past. Maybe I should go with those. But when you look at the person's requests, you look at what they really like and what's been popular. That helps narrow down your search a little bit. The map is interesting for yourself, is to see where the most of your postcards have gone so far. And in my case, you can look in stats here and it tells you the active, but it also shows the country. So 20.6% of my cards have gone to Germany, 8.7 to Russia, and 19.8 to the US. So kind of interesting. If you like stats, how long it takes, the average time for them to get there. So in China, average time is 52 to 62 days for sending and receiving. So that takes a long time. So when you look back at your lists of countries and where you sent to, and if it's only been 35 days, you know it's a long time. You still have to wait before they might get registered. So I go down here to Sweden, and it's only taken 11 days. I've only had to send one to Sweden so far, and only took 11 days to get there. So that's pretty good. Same with Belgium. I've gotten one from Belgium and I've sent one. So it took 11 days to get there when I sent it and 14 days when they sent one to me. So interesting. So if you haven't looked at those in the past, that's a nice place to go if you're looking for a place for what to pick for someone. Well, there you have it. That's some new information maybe for you. If you're new to post-crossing and you didn't know that those tabs existed, now you do. When you're looking for the perfect postcard for your recipient, you can go on there, you can find out what they like, what they are asking for, and maybe you have the perfect card. Who knows, it might be something obscure like a coconut, and you have the postcard that matches that. Go ahead, now you know. If you are old to post-crossing and you've been doing it for years, of course you know all these tabs exist, and just bear with me as I'm learning, because I've only been doing it since April 2021, so I'm trying to put up new information to me that maybe will help others. Have a great week. Hopefully you get lots of good postcards. I'm hoping I do the same, and we'll stay safe. Talk to you soon. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?